Okay, so what is called a package for us? A package is nothing but it's a set of related classes placed in one folder. In one folder, we are going to have some set of classes being placed. It's what we call it as a package for us. Now comes the question: how do I create the packages? Means to create the packages, what you have to do is, as I said, that a package is a place where we are going to have some set of related classes are going to be there in one folder. Now, if you want to create a package, let us say that you want to create a package called bank you want to create. I want to create a package called a bank I want to create. Then what you do is you create a folder. See, creating a folder is optional. But okay, we'll talk about this first method, then we'll discuss that later. So you need to create a folder whose name is same as the package name. So my package is going to be what? I want to create a package called a bank I want to create. Then I'll be creating a folder called a bank there, right? Okay. So whatever maybe the name is that you are going to use it for the package name or folder name should be matching. Remember, they are all case sensitive. Okay, if I'm going to give the package name in, starting with small letters, then your folder name also should be with the small letters only. But remember, in case of your Java, when you talk about your Java, that when you talk about the conventions there, for package names, we use always small letters only, we are going to use it. We are not going to use capital letters for the packages for us. That convention, you have to remember that naming convention. Okay. So now I want to create a package called bank I want to create. Now what we do is we'll create a folder first with the same name as the package. Example, I'm going to create a folder name called bank. And then so move into that folder, that is change yourself into that folder and then create all the classes there. Now remember, when you're going to create the classes, the first line of your source program should contain the package definition. That means the first line should be the package there. For example, okay, I want to create a class called customer class, okay, in a package called a bank there. Then, so first you create the folder, okay, create the folder called bank, then go into that particular folder. So how to go into that means I'll be using a command called cd command. I'm using it, cd followed with the folder name. You'll get into that, you'll be moving into that folder. After that, start creating the files there. Okay, so for example, I want to create a class called customer. So this customer class, we are going to create it in the folder called the bank. Okay, then this class, what is the folder? I mean, the customer class, which is there for me, I want to use this one. Then when you want to use this class, what you have to do is we have to use an import command. You have to use it. Okay, when we'll be using the import command to use it. Okay, and before we talk about the import command, for example, let us say uh, we have some packages are going to be there, like util package is there. So if you are using any packages, you are going to use it, which is the Java built-in packages, you are going to use it. Then that should be the second line in your in your source file. So first line should be your package name, and then the second line should be the import command what you are going to use it. Okay. Then how to use a package means when I want to use the package, so what you need to do is, so the import command is used. Okay, if I'm going to use the package in some other folder, is if I'm using it in some other folder, then you have to use the import command. If I'm going to use it in the same package I'm using it, okay, if I'm using in the same package, then import is, sorry, one second. Sorry, if I'm using it in another folder, import is required for me. Okay, if I'm using the same package, import is not required. You can start using it without using the import command. We'll see the example. First, I'll show you how to work with the DOS prompt. Then we'll talk about them. Little later, we'll talk about the Eclipse part. So what I'm doing, I'm going to use. Uh, so here, what I do is, I'll take the examples already what we built. Okay. So let me take this same example what we have built. So I'm having a class called personal class is there. Okay, what we built previously. So this one I'm copying it. Okay, I'm putting into my notepad. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm placing my file, the class what we created previously. So that class I'm trying to create it in a The personal class, what is there? So that I have created here. Where I want to create, let us see this. So I'll go to the file menu. I'll select the option save as. I'm selecting it. So when I'm saving it, now I'll go to the E drive. I'm going it. Okay, in the E drive, let us say that I'll create a new folder. I'll create and I'll do it everything there. I'll create a folder. Now let us say that this is my bank package I'm going to create. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a package called bank there. Okay, and then I say select this. Admission permissions are required. Okay, there. Okay, I want to create a file, so called personal.java. I'm creating. Maybe again it lost. Yes. We'll do one thing. We'll not use this folder. We'll use some other folder labels. I'll use save as. Okay, I'm going to F drive. I'm selecting a folder called F drive. So in this one, I'll create a new folder. I'll be creating it. So what is the folder that I want to create? So I want to create a folder called packages. So in this folder called the packages, okay, I'll create one more folder called bank. So I want to have a folder called a bank folder. That is my package name is bank there. Okay. Now in this package called a bank, so I'm going to create a file. I'm going to create a file called personal.java. I'm creating it. Then it's better you put the file name into double quotes because Notepad has the ability to add the .txt as the extensions. Better you put that one into double quotes. And then say save. So I'll show you how I've done it, what I've done it. I'll show from my command prompt. I'm moving to the command prompt. Okay, I go to the F drive. So in this one, I have created a folder called packages. Then in this one, I have created a folder called bank. So if you look into the folder called the bank, there I have placed my file called personal.java. I have placed it. Right. So let me show you what I have done it. So what I've done is we have created a folder. Okay, called packages. Okay. No, then so how do we do it? So you can use the command md. You can use it. So packages. Then go into that particular folder. Cd packages. Then now I'm creating my package file. The folder I'm creating it called bank. Then cd bank I'm doing. So once it is there, so what I've done first, I have moved to the F drive. So whatever the drive is, it's going to be backslash. If you look into the path there, it is packages slash bank. It is in that I'm having the file called personal.java file is there, right? So that is the path there. So it is there in the packages folder. In that we have one folder called bank. In that I'm having another folder called personal.java folder is there, right? So that is what your path is where you have created it. Okay, now, right. I'll go to the DOS prompt. Now I want to compile it. Now before we move to the DOS prompt, before we do something, so we have missed what? We are not given a package name, we are not given it. So I'll be giving the package name here. Remember, when you're writing the source program, the first line should be your package name. Then it is package followed with the package name I'm writing called bank I'm writing. Okay, right. So I'll save this. Then, so how do I compile it? I'll use the same method. I'll be using it Java C followed with the file name I'll be giving it. So what is the name of my file? It is personal. I'm using the tab key. Automatically it's going to complete for me. Then I present it. Now you see that it's going to create a file. Personal.class file is going to be created for us, right? It is going to create a personal.class file is created for me. Okay, now I'll come to the previous directory. To come to the previous directory, what I'm doing, I'm using double dot I'm using cd double dot when I say it comes to the previous directory. Now bank is your package. So bank, it's one class I have placed. I've taken one simple example. I've taken only one class there. Okay. Then I'm coming to the previous directory. When I come to the previous directory, it is coming to the folder called packages. Now here, so I will write the driver class I'll be writing in the packages folder. So what is the driver class? The class which is containing the main method for me. Okay. So before that, so we are going outside the package. I wanted to access it. So it must be the public method. It should be, right? So sorry, the class must be public so that you can access it outside the package. Okay. So I'll save this. Yeah. I'm coming to back to the previous class, previous folder. Now I want to create the driver class I want to create here. So for that, now again, I'll use the one more notepad I'll use. Okay, here I'm going to create the driver class I want to write. So I'm writing class. Okay, so followed with some name you can give it. So I'll say just bank I'm writing. The class name I'm writing just bank. Okay, so as usual, this will have the public static void main method for me. Public static, because this is a driver class. So we'll have the main method will be there here. Okay, string args I'm writing. Okay, now in this one, we want to use the the personal class I want to use it. Previously, what we did, so we have just simply used personal, okay, it's equal to new personal we were writing. Okay, something like this we were writing. Now, so it is available for me in a different package, that is in a different folder it is. Now I'll be writing the command import. Okay, then so where it is present for me, it is there in my folder called bank. Now I'll be writing import bank.star. I'll be writing it. So this is a command which is going to import the data from the bank package. So when I'm writing import bank.star, so that what will happen, it is going to import all the classes, whatever the number of classes are there in the bank package, all those all those classes will be imported into your current program. No, you don't want to import all, you don't want it. So you want to import only one class. Okay, anyhow, I'm having only one class is there, no issues in that. So I'll be writing import bank dot customer. I'll be writing it. I'm writing bank dot customer. I'm writing. Sorry. So we are having a class called personal class there. So I'm writing import bank dot personal. I'm writing. Now here, so I'm creating the instance of the class and all we are doing it. Okay. So we have the constructor there. So when I'm going to create the object, you have to call the constructor has to be called. So that means I need to give. So what are these things are there for me? What are the parameters I'm having for my constructor? Name, age, and department. So I need to pass the name. Okay, I'll just give the name Raju. Okay, and then we have age. Okay, I'll say 24, comma, then the department I'm using. So let us say some department name. So like for example, let's say we are going to have the production department. Right, like this. Now I want to print the data from that particular class. Then what you do is you can call the system dot out dot println. Okay, I'm just calling the object called P. So when I'm using this object called P, what will happen internally, it is going to call P dot toString method is going to be called for us. Okay, and then it's going to print me the data is going to be print for us, right? Okay, let me save this. So where we are supposed to save this, I'll be coming to the packages folder and then I'll be writing it. So what is the name of the class we are giving it here? So we are going to give the name of the class is test bank. So I'll just copy this name, save as. Now I'm going to the packages folder. Now in the packages folder, I have created the file name called testbank.java file. I'm creating it. Okay, and placed it in double quotes. I said save this. It's going to do it for me. Okay, so let us see what I have done it here. So I moved to the previous folder. CD double dot I am using. So when I'm using CD double dot, so what happened? Initially, you are here. You are there in the packages bank folder. I'm using CD double dot. When I'm using CD double dot, what happened? It will take me to the previous folder, that is to its parent folder, that is packages folder. It will take me. Then here, so we are creating a file now called test bank. We are going to create a file called testbank.java. So this is the file we are going to use it for testing, or what you call creating the, I mean, you are going to use the bank package now. This is for using the bank package. Right, okay. So if you understand, if you look in, so where are two my files are there for me. So one is there in the personal folder. So sorry, in the bank folder. Then, so what about this driver class? The driver class is there for me in the packages folder. So here I'm having the testbank.java file here. Able to understand the package path where exactly the files are present for me. My files are present. So bank, I'm having a personal folder, I mean personal.java file. I have created it in a bank folder, and then I have used the test bank for, I mean the driver class. I'm creating it in the previous folder. So let's have a look again. Okay, right. I'll do one thing. I'll say dir. I'm using a command called dir to see the list of the files there. /s if I use it. Now you can see it's going to show me the list of files over there. So I'm using a command called dir /s I have used. See, it's going to show me. So packages, there's a file called testbank.java. So now there is a folder called bank in the same place, that is in your packages folder. There, now you are going to see it in the packages bank folder. You see the files there. So personal.class file and personal.java file both are there. And my source is there and compiled my bytecode both are going to be there for me. Now I want to compile my test bank now. So I'll say Java C test bank.java. I'm using it. I'm compiling my program now. Okay, so what it is saying that you are trying to use the what do you call the constructor, you are using it, but that constructor cannot be accessed outside the package. It says that means it is acting as a default member there. So what I do is I'll go to my class now. Okay. Sorry, I'll go to the personal class. So in the personal class, I want the constructor to be accessed outside my package. So I'll make this one as public there, and then I'll save it. Able to understand what the message we got? It says that the the constructor cannot be accessed outside it. So that is what you understand this. The class cannot be accessed. That is the, I mean, whatever the constructor is there, personal and then 3 arguments is not in public. Okay, it's not public for me in personal. So it cannot be accessed from outside the package, it says. Then what I did, I've changed that one. Okay. Understood? I've changed this one. And now let us compile it. So I'm just using now again. Now you see now it's going to compile for me successfully. It's going to compile. Then I want to run it. So then I'll use Java followed with the test bank I'm giving. Now, if you say this, now you can see that it's going to print me the name, it is going to print me the age, and its department it's going to print for me, right? You understood what I'm doing it here? So I'm trying to use the class called personal class outside the package now. So what is a package for me? Package is nothing but it is a set of related class. So we are having some classes are going to be there, what you call, which have been related to one set of application. Now remember the one package is what we call it as a one application. Generally the classes related to one application. For that, what we do, we create one folder, and into that folder we'll place all our files into that. Okay, like that. So what we are doing it, let me explain you the concept again, what we did. So first, I want a package to be created. So remember, what do you mean by the package? Package is nothing but the set of related classes. Now you want to create a package, what do you call it as a bank package I want to create. Then what you are doing is, so you're going to use, like first you need to create a folder there. So whatever the name of your package is, with that name of the package, you create one folder, right? Create a folder with the same name as the package name. That is, generally we use application name will be the package name for us, right? So once you create the folder, then you put all your files into that particular folder. That is, all the classes related to your package, put all that one into there. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll create one more class. We can have it. If you want to have one more class, we can also have the one more class can be there. Okay, so how do we create one more class? It's simple thing. Again, go to the file menu, select new, and then create another file there. Then you are going to create another file there. Okay, right. So any file that you want to create it, you can just create it. So for example, let us say I want to have one more class I want to create called account. Okay, the class which is related to my package, what is called bank there. Then you can again create one more class called bank, account class you can create. And so I'll show you one. I'll leave this one as it is. I'll not change this one anymore. Okay, I'll open my another notepad. I'll open another notepad. I'm opening it. See, in the notepad we have the difficulties. So what is that? For every file that I'm creating, I need to create a new folder. New instance has to of the notepad you have to start. That means one more notepad you have to open, and then you have to type. All that has to be done. So instead of using this notepad, text editor, I prefer to use another editor now. So what is that editor I'm using is Visual Studio. I'm using it. So how to download this Visual Studio? So if you want to download the Visual Studio, so go to your this one browser. In the browser, you can just search for things like. So it is what it's a Visual Studio Code. It is. It's called the Visual Studio Code, right? If you want to download the Visual Studio Code, just type Visual Studio Code and then press enter. Okay, when you search for it, now you see automatically it's going to give me this URL. It's going to give me the link is going to be given for me. You can see the first link. It's itself is your Visual Studio Code. I'll just copy the link also here. I'm talking about my Visual Studio. The another editor we are going to use called Visual Studio Code there. So I'm downloading it from this URL. Okay, right? I'll search for this domain. It's going to be this is my URL location from where I'm trying to download it. Okay. So either you search for the code, Visual Studio Code, you just type it, or you can directly go to that URL. You can go there. So https code.visualstudio.com. You can type it and you can download it. So I'll go back to the browser. Now I'm just clicking. So once I click on the link, you see that it's going to open the link for me. So I'll just click on the link. Now you see that now it's going to open you the website it's going to open. So from where you can download your Visual Studio Code. Okay, so if automatically it shows based upon the operating system you are going to use it. It is going to show me the version is going to be shown for me. You can download it. Or if I'm using a different operating system, I'm using it, you can click here on the download. Okay, drop down button you can click. So it will show me the different operating system. It shows me like Mac or Linux you're going to use it. Right, it shows me. Now I'm using Windows operating system, so by default it shows me the download for Windows. Okay, you can just click here, it will start downloading it for you on your machine and you can start working. Okay, after downloading is done, you can do the installation, everything you can do it, and you can start working on that. So right now I'm not going to use this. I'll just close this one because already I have downloaded it, so I'm not going to download it again. Okay. So then I'm opening my Visual Code now. I'm just double clicking on this. So it is going to start my Visual Studio Code. It is going to start. So in the Visual Studio Code now, okay, I'm just closing all this. So I want to open. Okay, I want to open that particular folder. So what I'm doing is I'm using Control K, Control O. You are using. Okay, when I'm using this, it allows me to select the folder. So I'm using the F drive. So in the F drive, I'm having a folder called packages. I'll select this one, package, and I say select the folder. Now once I say select the folder, now yes, I trust this. Okay, no issues in that. Now you can see that it's going to show me all the files and everything is going to be shown. Now packages, this is my folder which I've selected called packages. Then in that we have created a folder called bank. There we have the files called test bank, okay, .java file. This is my testbank.java file. So in this one I'm writing the import bank.java file. Now I want to have I'm having a class called personal class in the bank folder. I'll just click here, so it will expand for me. Okay, so once it is expanding, you can see now personal.java file is going to be there. I'm selecting this one. Now you see that folder, that file is showing for me here. So the advantage of using this one is what you can have you can see that it's going to have the multiple tabs for you. So one tab is for the personal, the other tab is, it's not showing me other tab. Okay, you just click on the file there. So once I select the file, you can see automatically that file is going to be shown for you. Okay, you can see those files there. So that is the advantage what we have it. So I need not to worry about switching between different types of Notepad applications in order to switch between them. Simply what I do is I'm selecting the file, automatically it is going to open that particular file for me. Whereas in case of your Notepad, you have to talk about so many different things you need to talk about. Okay, right. Now here I've created a package called bank package. I've created. There is a folder. It's a folder. In that one file is there. I want to have one more file to be created now in this particular bank package called customer you want to create. Or let us say I want to create I want to create one more class, what you call account class. I want to create it. So then simply select this folder. Okay, you are there in the folder, no issues now. You click on this option, what you call this plus button. The first one I'm talking about. So when you click on this plus one, the first one plus, if I click on it, so it will ask, you can see that on the mouse pointer, it is going to show me and the title is going to show me there. So what it shows me, so it is going to give me as new file. Just click on this one. So it will give me a file name has to be given. So here you need not to worry about giving the file name into double quotes. Simply you can say, now let us say that I'm creating a file called account.java. I'm giving it and then press enter. Now you see automatically it's going to create me the package bank. It is going to create me. So because I'm creating in a bank called package called bank, so it is giving me package there, and then public class account it has given me. Now in this one, okay, now this, let us say this class, why we are going to use this one class. So I'm using this class. Okay, I'm using to store the account details. Okay. So what are the account details you want to store? I want to store the account details like, for example, account number. Okay, ACNY, I'm calling it as an account number. Then, okay. So we want to have the C balance, that is the current balance. So I'm using the current balance there, C bal. Okay. Now, what else you want to store it? Whatever the data that you want to have into this. For example, I want to have the type of account type, right? So you can use this. So these things I want to store into this one. Then what I'm doing? So first you need to create the variables. Okay. So I'm just giving account number. Let us say it's of integer type. I'll say account number. Then C balance. Okay, balance is generally it be what? In a float type. I'll say it's a float C bal. Okay, then type of the account. When you say type of the account, it will be like SB or something like that. Okay, so I'll take it as string type. I will take. So I'll say SB. Oh, sorry, type I'm giving this. So this is going to be the SB account or current account. Okay, or maybe it's a loan amount, loan account. Okay, or it's a recurring deposit. Like the different types of accounts and types are going to have it. Right. Now I want to have a constructor. So where I'm going to build an object from this one. So I'm writing public. So for the constructors, we know that there won't be any return values will not be there from a constructor. So I'm writing public account. Okay, open the parentheses. I want to pass those values now. So what are the values I want to pass? I want to pass the values ACNO. Okay, current balance. Then so I want to create another type there. It is string type I'm doing. Okay. Right. In this one, I want the data to be initialized. So for that, what I'm doing, I'm using this dot ACNO. This dot ACNO is equal to ACNO. I want to assign the, sorry, here we are taking a V balance. Sorry, it's a spelling typographical mistake. Right. I want to assign the current balance. I want to assign. So I'll be writing this dot. Okay, C bal. It's equal to C bal. Then I want to assign the type there. Then I'm writing this dot. This dot type is equal to type I'm writing. So we want to have the one method. I want to have it. A string method will have it. Public. I'm going to have the toString method. I'll define it so that this method will help for me to get the data from my class. Okay. So public void toString. Public string toString. We are writing. Okay. So then, so I want to return the values there. You can say return now. So account number. So I'll write here plus ACNO plus \n. I'm using it to move to the next line. Then I want to have the C balance, the current balance. So current balance I'm using it plus C bal plus. So we are trying to build the same toString method, what we have done in others. Okay, type of account. Type of account. Okay, I'll just write a shortcut there. ACC type also. It's a plus type. The type variable I'm going to use. I just put a semicolon there. Right. Understood there what I did here? I've created another class called account class. So in the same class, I mean in the same package. So my package is bank. So in this, I'm creating two files now. One is called account, other one is called personal. Right? Okay. Now I'll just go back to the DOS one. I'm not using the terminal of my Visual Studio terminal. I'm not using it. Okay. If you want to use the terminal, you can use the terminal. Right? Otherwise, you can always use your DOS prompt itself. So let me show you once again. I'm using a command called dir/s. I'm using it. Then when I'm using the dir/s, you see now the current folder, that is packages folder. So you have one class called testbank.class. Now when you have a source file called testbank.java file. Now you see that, so we are going to have account.java, personal.java, two classes are there for me. Now I'll go to my driver class, that is my testbank.java. This is my driver class. So in the driver class, I want to use that another class we are having, right? What do you call the account class are there. I want to use that one. Now then what I'm doing now, I'm writing account, some object A, it's equal to new account I'm writing it. So when I say new account, so there we have created a constructor we have created. So which is going to have what, three values we're going to give it. So first one is account number. I'll give the account number as 101, comma. Then it will ask me what is the current balance you're going to have it. So I'll say the current balance is 0. So initially when you're going to open an account, I'm making it as 0 there. Generally, they don't allow us to have 0 balance, and it depends upon what type of account you're going to have it. So either you're going to have it a 0 balance account, or it is what is it. But generally when you talk about it, they take the minimum balance is going to be maybe 2,000, 5,000 or 3,000, whatever it is. So in such a case, I'll be giving the value 1,000. I'm giving it, assuming that it is not going to allow us to have what you call 0 balance accounts are not there. So then I'll say this is my SB account I'm giving it. Okay. So I want to print that data that you want to print it. Then so you can use system dot out dot println. Okay, I'm going to call the object called A there. Right. Now when I'm trying to use this one, see, I'm trying to use a class called account class. I'm trying to use it. Okay. Now when I'm using this personal class, there is no problem for me. It's not giving me any underlining. It's not doing it. The red wavy line is not there for the personal class, but it is giving a red wavy line for the account class. It is giving it. Now what is the reason behind is when I'm writing this import command, remember these two classes, one is called the personal class and the account class, they are not a part of this folder in which you are working. They are not in this folder. What you call the folder is it is not there in the packages folder for me, but it is there in some other folder. And now when I'm working with the personal, so it is not giving me any errors, it is not giving it. But when I'm trying to work with the account, it is going to give me some error, it is trying to give it. So why it is going to give me the error means, so let us understand this. So because this class called account class, it is not there in the current package in which you're working. Remember till now, whatever you have worked, let's go back to this one now. So what we worked in previous classes, we worked. Now I'm using the driver class. I'm using it. Okay, forget about this package stuff there. What was there here? Forget about this for a while. Now this class, what you call personal.java file and the EMP, both are available for me in the same folder. So when I'm going to use this one, the import statement was not required for me. But when I'm using in a different folder now, so what is the different folder we are talking about? So now I'm having one folder called bank. In that bank folder, I have created these two files. Now what I have to do is I need to import that one. It is mandatory for you to import that one also. So what I do is I'll use now import bank dot. I'll be writing it as account. Now I'll write import bank.account. Now you see that the red wavy line has been removed for you as soon as I write the import command. Understood what I'm telling here? So I'm having two different classes are there in my bank class, in my bank package. So I want to use one class, then I have to write bank.personal. I want to use one more class, then you have to write import bank.account. You have to write. For every class, you need to write one statement called import statement. You have to write it. Okay. Now, this is how you are going to work with them. Now, we'll talk different versions. We'll talk about them. Okay. This is one version. I'll just do one thing. I'll just copy the code now to my notepad. I'll copy it. So we are going to, I'll just copy the version, one version, I'll copy it here. Okay. So do you want me to, okay, let me copy it, everything, and let me copy it. So I'm having one class called account class is there. I'll just copy this. So one is, so we are creating a pack, creating a file called account.java. Where we are creating it? We are creating in a package called bank account. Now for that, this is how we are going to write the code. Then we created one more file we created, so called personal. So now, so I will, okay, so create, okay, we are creating a class called personal dot java, where again in the same package called a bank, in the package. So in the package called bank for us. So when you say that you are going to create in the same package, it means, remember, you have to put both the files should be there in one folder. I'll just do one thing. I'll call this personal.java. I'll copy this. I'll place it. Okay, I'm not retyping it. I'm just saying that, okay, this is my, all right. Understood now? So this is what we have done. We have created two classes, personal.java and account.java. We are creating it. Okay, we have done it. Right. Then, so I want to use that one. Okay, so we want to use the package. Okay, so what is the package name? Called bank. So for that, what we did, we moved to other folder. Okay, we moved to other folder. That is, the best thing is what I'm doing. I'm moving to parent. Okay, and creating the driver class. I'm moving to other folder, that is to parent folder, and I'm creating my driver class there. So in the driver class, so one method what I've done, I've used a simple import commands. I'm writing two import commands. I'm writing it because two different classes are there. So I'm writing two different import commands. I'm writing it, and then we are going to use them. Then, okay, this is how you do it. There is alternate method. So I don't want to write two times. I don't want to write the import command. So I want to do it with the help of one single import command. I want to do it. Then, so in above what we did in the above program, okay, two import statements we have used. Okay, we are using the two import statements. Why? For two different classes. Okay, for two different classes. This can be done by using another way. So alternate method is, let us say that if 100 classes are there, so we will not be writing for every class. I don't write, okay, import bank.personal, bank.account. Let us say that you are having one more class called customer there, import bank.customer. Like that, if multiple classes are there, so we don't have to write that so many times in order to do it. What we can do, we can say import, okay, I'll say simply bank.star, I'll be writing it. This will place, okay. So simply I'll say bank.star. So when I say import bank.star, here what will happen? All the classes will be imported. All the classes, okay, available for us in, okay, so bank package are imported from me. Understood now what I'm telling? All the classes which are there in the bank package, they'll be imported and you can start using it. This is one method of doing things. Now let us say I want to do it without import. Now, can we use it without import? Yes, you can also do it without import. Now, okay, can we do without import? Without the import part, can we do it? Yes, we can do it. The answer is yes. Then how to do it? So what we did here in the previous program, first we wrote the import. Okay, then we are using it. Now I don't want to use the import. Then So what I do is I'll be using the class test bank. I'll do one thing. I'll just copy down this. Now I'll write this. I'll copy this. Now here what we do is, now that personal class is not there in my folder. So earlier it was working. Now this will not work for me. Right. So that what I'm doing now, I'll be writing it is bank dot personal. I'm writing it. Okay. We'll be using the path you'll be giving it. So you tell that it's now your class is available somewhere in the package called bank. And then I'm writing bank dot, I'm writing it. I'm writing bank dot. So this will work for me. Now let's see the code. Now we'll go back now. Okay, I'll go to my Java class, that is testbank.java there. Now here I'll remove this import statements. I'll remove it. Okay, everything, all the import statements I'll remove them. And then when I'm removing it, you see immediately it's the IDE is going to recognize something wrong with the personal class. So now what I need to do here, I'll be writing bank dot. I'm writing it. Okay, I'll be writing here. It is simply bank dot we are writing it. So for the account class also, I'll write bank dot. I'm writing. So okay, I'll just say this is bank. Sorry, it is bank dot. I'm writing it. Then okay, let me save it. And now let me show you without that. Okay, fine. I want to test my class there. So right, I'm compiling my program, JavaC testbank.java. Then I want to execute my code now. So then what I'm doing, so how to execute it? So I'll say Java followed with testbank, I'm giving it. So when I say this, so now you see that what, now it is going to call the, both the classes are being called for us, right? Now, in case if I'm not using this qualifier, that is a bank name I'm not using as a qualifier there, then it will not be creating the instance of the classes cannot be created for us, right? Understood now? So we are not going to use this import command. We are not going to use it, but still can we use it? Yes, we can use them without using the import command. So when you want to work with without using the import command, then you have to give the complete path you have to write. Uh, let us have a comparison with Java, what we did previously, what we did. Okay, 1 minute. Let me take this. It's only I'm trying to compare with the previous things what we did. In the previous in the previous programs, so we are what we have done, we used a class called scanner. You remember the class scanner class we used. Then so for the scanner class what we did, so first on top of the program, so we wrote first import. Okay, then we write java dot util dot scanner we wrote on top. And then in the program what we did, so we are writing, okay, simply scanner class we wrote scanner some object is equal to new scanner class. I'm writing it in my program. Okay, I'll just, okay, fine. No, we also had the system.in as the argument for us. Their alternate method is there. So if, no, if I'm not using, right, if not, okay, using the import, then we already tried that one also. Okay, in the program, what we do, so in the program what we do, scanner class we want to use, then we'll write directly java dot util dot scanner. You have to write scanner, the object sc is equal to new java dot util dot scanner. Will be writing it, right? Okay, system dot in I'm writing it. So that's how the same thing we are trying to use with our program. In our program also we are trying to use it. Now here what you did, so I'm not using the import command. Then if I want to use that one, so I'll be writing bank.personal. I'm going to use it. Understood here? Any questions here? Okay, fine. Now, one problem we are having. Okay, before we continue,